すぐにどこにいても待ってほしい青空を見ている私ひまわりのように咲き出し夏になりピカピカの太陽元気いっぱい笑顔の魔法青空を見ている私ひまわりのように咲き出し夏になりピカピカの太陽元気いっぱい笑顔の魔法不思議な感じ日々の魔法未来を描くイメージはひまわり心を開いて My dream 前を向いて本当に好きな人には好きで伝えるよずっとずっと一緒にいたい愛の花を咲かせよ会いたいよすぐにどこにいても会ってほしい未来を描くイメージはひまわり心を開いて My dream 前を向いて青空を見ている私ひまわりのように咲き
games can inspire confidence and a sense of belonging. Not only is self-representation important, but experiencing other perspectives and identities in games is just as vital. Games have a unique ability to immerse players in different worlds and perspectives, allowing them to explore cultures and experiences they might not encounter in their everyday lives. This helps build understanding and empathy, something we think the world could use a little more of. When designing Spirit City, our main goal was to create a cozy space where players can feel safe and relax. A key component of coziness is a sense of belonging. When players can tailor characters to their preferences, they form a stronger emotional bond with them. It was important for us to offer players many ways to represent themselves, from hairstyles and skin tones to things some might consider insignificant, like various pride flags on coffee cups. Our players have told us how much they appreciate these small details, and it makes them feel seen. There's always more that can be done, and we want to keep learning how to create more inclusive experiences. We have such an amazing community that formed around Spirit City. We hope to continue to do right by them by actively listening to their feedback so even more players can feel represented. Thank you for listening and for your support. A big thanks to IGN and Stream for a Cause for giving us the opportunity to share our story.
Oh, well, hello, you two. Name's Sunder.
Isaac Brooks. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
So much has changed since we first met. For me, at least. Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Well, hello.
Hi.
Take some time to talk to you all today about something that's really key to Stream for a Cause's mission, and that's representation. Whether you're in the gaming industry or in an online space, it's very clear that representation has a long way to go. And I think that's one of the best things about Stream for a Cause is that it's a place where we don't just celebrate communities once a year, but we're dedicated year-round to making sure that we uplift them, we connect, we empower with leaders like you and me to make a difference about the things that we care about the most. Understanding that Stream for a Cause is really dedicated to working with small and grassroots nonprofits is very important, but the same thing goes for our people. We don't care how many followers somebody has, we're just interested in people who are ready to make a difference. If you're somebody who cares about making our world better, there's not just a place for you at SFAC, but an entire community and a commitment to doing what we love for a cause. Now let's look at some more games.
Hello, my name is Raleigh Hansen, and I am a member of the Stream for a Cause Board of Directors. On behalf of all of Stream for a Cause, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the indie studios and developers that have worked and supported Stream for a Cause, our events, and our volunteers over the past 4 years. Indie games are a massive part of the games that our volunteers in our communities play, and are often central to Stream for a Cause's programming and events like the upcoming Queer Indie Games Showcase. The support from indie developers and studios helps make our events accessible to everyone who wants to participate, whether by donating game codes, uplifting voices, or generally elevating the work that we're capable of doing, including providing support for our Community Fund program, our Sustainable Futures coaching program, our Pixel Care mental health support program, and by providing direct streamer support for our volunteers. Again, I would like to acknowledge all of the studios and sponsors that have given us support, so thank you for all that you do. Now, let's check out some more games.
They came for my home. They came for my friends. They came for my family. Now, I control time itself. I will use this power to change history, no matter what the cost. The Empire has taken everything I love. I will destroy them all. one will stop me.
It's been awesome to have Logitech set these spaces for us to be able to have these conversations in these really brilliant and profound ways. And we want
Streamlabs is joined together with the Asian Mental Health Collective, which I feel like is such a beautiful mash of those two things.
Logitech, thank you so much for creating this space for all of us to talk about these important issues and the things that drive us and really keep us going in this space.
This year, AET returns with over $30,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs.
Diversity in gaming matters. It's not just about representation, it's about fostering a sense of belonging. Inclusive games empower people with disabilities, combat social isolation, and enhance cognitive skills.
Stream for a Cause. I think I've worked with them for the last 3 years. It's amazing to see all of the way the community has grown, the people that have done huge tournaments. Like I'm a DBD girly, so being able to see the money and the funds that are raised, the messaging that's able to be done. And what's so cool about Stream for a Cause is that, you know, you can give your money to organizations that sometimes it feels like you're doing a drop in the hat. I mean, every charity donation is very important. However, because they give out micro grants and it not only supply the funding, but they also give their expertise. They've got an amazing board, they've got an amazing programming committee. So they don't just give them a check and then walk away. They provide circumspective support for those that they support financially, which I absolutely love.
Right away, here's California Reapers supposedly. I'm not feeling it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why am I doing what?
Oh!
What is wrong with you?
Hold on. Get some shaving cream on my face.
We reached our goal! Woo! Three. That was so hard!
Oh my god!
What is that thing?
I'm not eating another marshmallow.
I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. She's gorgeous.
But it's for charity. So that's for charity.
Oh, hello. Hi, Jay. God, why do you talk? What? It was. Excuse me. Hi, Jay. Happy Pride Month. Thank you so much for $1,069 donation.
$1,069 donation from Got Lunch.
Thank you for donating. You hit our goal. Oh, we hit our third goal, our third stretch goal. Oh my god, I can appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Just a casual like 94 hours. It's gone. I slept. My brain reset a little bit. I appreciate everybody. As much as it's like I wanted to end and all of that too, to some degree, I am blown away by all the generosity.
Hi, my name is Morgan from the Game Bakers.
Hi, I'm Lauren from the Game Bakers. You may know us for our games Fury and Haven.
Fury is an intense boss rush where you fight your way to freedom.
In Haven, you play as a couple who left everything behind so they could be together.
Our main focus is making games you remember long after playing.
One of the ways we do that is by creating stories you have a strong emotional connection to. We want our stories to speak to everyone and players to identify with our characters, so they really resonate with what they're going through.
Love stories always end badly.
Ours doesn't.
No, not ours. But ours isn't a story. What's even better? It's real life.
Devs play a big role in making gaming more inclusive.
We decide what our stories and characters look like and what our accessibility menu allows. For us, it means providing people with games they can play and characters that look like them or have the same aspirations as them.
I was just thinking, there has to be others, right? Others like us, who love one another, trying to escape the matchmaker?
I'm sure. So?
Well, I was wondering, shouldn't we, help them? Send them a message? Tell them about Source?
The couples update for Haven was our way to live up to that. We couldn't ship the game with all the couples we had originally planned, but it didn't seem right to only have a playable straight couple in a game about the freedom to love who you want. Adding the option to choose their genders was a huge commitment for our indie studio, both in terms of time and money, but it was the right thing to do.
Haven, a lot like Fury, is a game about freedom.
In Haven, you escape your home planet to be with the person you love. There's a clear connection to the queer community, and we really appreciate your support. Thank you, and happy Pride.
Hi, I'm Blabarella, and one of my favorite things about working with Stream for a Cause is their focus on equity and working with organizations across the globe that give voice to those who need it most. Being able to use my platform to raise awareness for these organizations has meant so much to me as a content creator. Now, check out some of these other games.
Hey everyone, I'm Rob Thompson, one of the co-founders of Gaming Games. We're a queer-led indie game studio focused on creating story-rich games.
And I am Felipe Casina, the lead designer here at Ganymede Games.
And we are super excited to be here today to be part of the Queer Indie Showcase, celebrating diversity in the gaming community. For us, diversity on our team isn't just a buzzword, it's our competitive advantage. Think about it. Everyone today has largely the same game engines, the same tools, the same desks, computers, but it's the people that make the difference.
Absolutely. And sci-fi has always given us a vision of an inclusive future. From Star Trek to so many notable science fiction novels and series, it's a genre that has the power to build empathy and ask powerful what-if questions.
And that's what inspired us to create our debut game, Dark Sky, a narrative-driven sci-fi RPG featuring a rich world, compelling alien characters, and a fresh take on deck building.
Dark Sky is coming to Steam later this year, but for now, here's a peek at the game.
Big thanks to A Stream for the Cause and IGN for putting this event together. A shout out to all the other devs doing amazing work.
Thank you, and thanks for supporting diverse voices in gaming.
My name is Surreal, and I want to chat with y'all about the power of video games. Video games have the power to make us feel like gods, and the power to take us to places far beyond this earthly realm. Video games balance the power of nostalgia and of change, and whether it's for good, evil, or something in between, video games have the power to conquer. Sometimes they wield the cozy power of whimsy, and sometimes they have power of epic scale and proportions. Better clear those hard drives. Sometimes they have the power of defying expectation, and sometimes they have the power to make us fall in love with the monsters that haunt our nightmares. I gotta be real, sometimes video games are just plain stupid. And sometimes the power is pocket-sized. Sometimes the power comes from empowerment. Video games have the power to make us feel seen. By the people that don't understand us, by the people that don't know us, even by the people that admire or hate us. Video games have the power to show new perspective, to show new worlds, to show us sides of ourselves we haven't seen before. Video games have the power to make us feel seen by those we love, and to help us feel seen by those we'd otherwise never know. Video games have the power to reveal new worlds to us, because we are the architects. Video games reflect us as art imitates life. And baby, that is surreal. Game on, gamers. Happy Pride, and keep it real.
This VTuber charity showcase aims to bring virtual streamers to a space normally dominated by FleshTubers. We want to show off their designs, lore, and bring them in on some events like game shows and a D&D one-shot so that you learn more about them. Each of these VTubers will be hosting their own personal events where they plan to do giveaways, let you interact with their streams, or earn rewards as part of a community, all to raise funds for amazing nonprofits to stream for a cause.
The reason I and many other volunteers choose to work with Stream for a Cause is because not only are they a nonprofit, but they provide so many other resources. From programs like their community fund, Sustainable Futures, Pixel Care, and streamer support, Stream for a Cause aims to support other nonprofits in the long term while also making events like these less daunting for streamers.
Making VTubing the main focus is exciting. There are a lot of new ways for people to express themselves this way.
With that, let's take a look at some more games in this showcase.
I'm Tara, Hazel Wild's granddaughter. Nice to meet you.
Oh my gosh, you look so good!
Do you believe in witches?
I love you, Tara Wild.
Hi there, Matthew White, CEO at Whitethorn Games. We couldn't be prouder of the diversity of games that we offer, but more importantly, the diverse experiences and lives of the creators that we partner with across the world enable us to bring you those kinds of diverse, interesting experiences. I'd love for you to take some time to listen a little bit to what they have to say.
Why is inclusivity and representation important to me in the games I make? I want more people to see themselves represented in the games they play, to really identify with the characters and be inspired by storylines that resonate with them. When we prioritize including the wants and needs of different types of people into games, we won't just see the same clones launching over and over. They'll create more unique experiences and welcome more people into games.
Everyone deserves to see themselves in the media they consume. We want players to find joy by feeling seen, heard, and accepted for who they are.
When it comes to building our experiences, representation is embedded in the ethos. That's because we aim to inspire the audiences that we want to include. To cut it short, there's a lot of power in getting to see yourself as the hero of your own adventure.
So as you look out into the world, you'll see all kinds of different people. And for us as developers, it's really important that we reflect those differences and celebrate them in our games. People can see themselves represented and feel welcome. Because after all, video games are for everyone. And that's something that's very central to our next indie game, Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island.
Our mission as a company has always been to tell stories that people have never heard before. And one of the best ways to do that is to represent, uplift, and work with audiences that haven't been heard in the games industry. And that's one of the reasons that diversity, inclusion, and accessibility are so important to us. We'd love to give you a sneak peek at one of our games that's doing just that, Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Ellie Wood, and I play Alex, the unlikely hero of Mythwrecked Ambrosia Island. Alex is taking a much-needed break from modern life when her vacation is cut short by a mysterious storm, which shipwrecks her on a forgotten island. Fortunately, the island is home to a dysfunctional family of oddballs, the long-lost Greek gods. The plot thickens. They have no recollection of who they are, and they've each shut themselves away in a different part of the island. So, it's up to you to save the gods. Explore the island, make new friends, return their memories, and solve the mystery of their lost identities. We can't wait to welcome you to the shores of Ambrosia Island later this year.
I'm Marvelous, the current chair of the board for Stream for a Cause. And in my free time, I like to put on a little chapstick and mascara. At Stream for a Cause, we're changing how we give back through content creation. We think many important organizations are often overlooked in charity streaming because they don't have content creator programs. So we team up with streamers in their communities, raising funds that we turn into grants for smaller nonprofits worldwide. Our mission? To make sure that your donations have the biggest impact possible, supporting organizations that are dedicated to community growth. We believe streamers of any size, any genre of content creation in any community can make a difference. To join us in our mission, make sure to follow us on social media, join our Discord to see more information on events, outreach, and opportunities, and make sure to be a volunteer today by going to www.streamforacause.org. A big thank you to our volunteers, sponsors, and donors. For your unwavering support is the backbone of our mission, to revolutionize charitable giving through content creation. Thanks to your generosity, we can continue empowering community-centered streamers and provide vital support for grassroots nonprofits worldwide, ensuring a brighter future for the communities they serve.
Hi, I'm Richard Mansfield, he, him. I am the writer and director of Ink Inside. Ink Inside is a action RPG with dodgeball meets beat-em-up combat and the heart of a Saturday morning cartoon. Saturday morning cartoons aimed for kids, and a lot of kids are struggling with their identities and struggling with feeling like they can fit, struggling with feeling like confident or comfortable in who they are, and having a diverse cast is a way for kids to see that and find themselves in some kind of game is a way for them to now feel confident about who they are, and we need to be able to feel like there's other ones of us out there, and being able to represent a story that is a very diverse cast makes it so we all feel a little bit closer together.
Wait, I can become a Sogged?
Yeah, you're just a drawing, and that's what happens when drawings get wet. They get soggy.
Hi, I'm Sydney Hale. I'm the lead animator for Ink Inside, and I'm also the voice actress for Vampire Princess. I grew up as a girl who loved video games, and being a bigger girl, I never saw a plus-size character who wasn't the comedic relief, but I really wanted to see characters who looked like me, who were girly, and could fight or find love, or just be whatever they wanted to be. I now strive to make characters that I wish I saw when I was younger.
If you didn't notice yet, everything here is a drawing. Drawings made by Hannah. Even us.
Hello everyone, my name is Radiant G, he, him, and I am the producer and one of our voice actors on Ink Inside. Diversity matters to me in games because there are so many different walks of life in this world, and if you bring a bunch of people together to tell a story that matters to them, a story that may not have been seen before, you're gonna get newer, fresher, more interesting content.
Karate! I'm not cursed. I'm the princess of cursing.
We also hired a full cast of recognizable VO talent, including Brian David Gilbert for Stick, who plays the lead, and Deneen Melody, who plays Traff.
The way that Stick and Traff bounce off each other and work together is just a very interesting character dynamic. They both respect each other but challenge each other. It can be played single player, but Ink Inside is a co-op game.
And then there's Hannah, who is the creator of the notebooks, and she's half Filipina, half white, like me. And I've never seen that in a game before. So it's very exciting to see that. Richard wrote an amazing story and included backgrounds and nuances that you don't often see in traditional media that we need to see more of.
If Ink Inside interests you, please check us out on Steam and give us a wish list. You can also check out our socials at BlackfieldENT on Twitter and at Ink Inside Game on TikTok.
He got the silliest dream they'd ever heard. They said he wanted to become a knight.
The swordless knight that changed the fate of the kingdom for the rest of eternity. Addison, the Beast Slayer! Was he actually doing cartwheels? I have high-quality standards for my ancestors.
Addison, son of Gerfaza, the upper fields right here for you. All day, every day. I'm just your run-of-the-mill prairie buck, man. Whoa.
For your information, everyone already thinks that Rose are thick-skulled.
Joseph! There you are!
Ugh, Give me a break.
You're many, many things, dear, but subtle is not one of them.
I know an obsession when I see one.
Alas, your fair maiden is in another alley.
Boss! You're gonna end up giving someone a heart attack if you don't quit sneaking up on people like that, you know.
He told me quite a bit about you, his beloved boss.
You're lucky I can't have you arrested, you unruly little beast.
Who are you again?
It's Adderson of the Upper Field.
How can a country boy with ambitions as great as yours go on living, knowing he can't aspire to more than his deplorable life?
Farmhands don't become knights.
And I guess the only question I've got left is this going anywhere at all?
Do I have to say yes or no to get out of here alive?
You have some excellent survival skills, if nothing else.
Hi everyone, my name is Riley, or The Glitch Gamer. I am the creator of the Indie Showcasers. We are currently doing our Queer Indie Game Showcase where we are celebrating queer-made or queer-themed indie games. We have a week-long event going from June 9th through the 15th. I hope you guys can join us in watching and celebrating queer-made, queer-themed games. Our goal and mission with the Indie Showcasers is to create an accessible charity event for everyone to participate and have game keys available for anyone and everyone who wants to participate, because there should never be any barriers between charity and gaming. And yeah, I think it's a wonderful thing that we do, and I hope to see you there.
So you're excited after all?
As if.
Oh well, my mistake. Now, your job is to go to each of the patients' rooms and spend some time with them. Got that?
Yep.
The name's Esther. What's yours?
Casey.
Casey. Very original. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go solve a mystery about a goat.
Is this you?
Oh yes, that's me. And the family.
Would you like some company?
Of course. Be warned, I am riding up a storm at the moment.
You weren't in the war?
We escaped. Anna and myself.
I'm doing work experience.
Deadly? Well, working up here is an experience, all right?
Now, as you know, my room happens to be beside the nurse's station.
You were listening in on them. Got the picture.
We are to have a visitor.
Something's fishy, if you ask me.
I exhort you all to follow her every command as we prepare for tomorrow.
You both know the drill here. Regardless of what's going on...
Patience first.
Dr. Bashard?
What are you here for? Time to turn me sunny side up?
You think I'm trying to kill you?
You've been picking foxglove and slipping it down the dumbwaiter. Death by 1,000 slurps.
Director. Mr. Pettigrew? I have seen that you talk. I will speak with him about your case. Thank you.
How are you finding your time on the ship?
I hear people talk about things, but I'm not sure what they're on about.
That sounds a bit like the life of an older person. Nobody explains to us what's going on. We just have to piece it together as best we can.
There has never been a better time to be a geek. A common phrase I hear whenever I'm in the discussion of geekdom and the changing times. From the meteoric rise of tabletop gaming to Marvel's Avengers Endgame, grossing nearly $2.8 billion globally, to almost everyone, from young children to adults to grandparents, all either having games on their phones or PC battle stations with hundreds of titles in their library. It really seems to me like everyone is a geek nowadays. But this wasn't always the case. Back in the early 90s and 2000s, geekiness and having hyperfixations on your favorite video games and shows and comics, or anything not made for the daytime audience, was seen as something to be ashamed of. If you were into computers or anime, you were weird. Gaming provided a safe space where you could be the hero, or part of a band of adventurers, and otherwise feel like you belonged. But while researching for this segment, I rewatched an old video by one of my favorite creators, MatPat, specifically his video, Game Theory, Are Video Games Anti-LGBT? In his video, while discussing the very famous Cloud cross-dressing scene from Final Fantasy VII, he also discovers a trend, a worrying trend, that video game characters who are cross-dressers or LGBT are often villains, mentally challenged, inhuman, or otherwise some other villainous combination. Geeks and gamers are often shunned and ostracized by their peers, and so I was thinking that these two groups would work together to kind of combat the prejudices. But no, in the early 2000s, like what MatPat was saying, LGBT characters in video games are often the villains or the bad guys, and to be seen as an other. And sure, some video game characters are well received, like Vivian in the Paper Mario A Thousand Year Door, or Street Fighter's Eagle, both a trans woman and a gay man respectively. But in their North American releases, they're censored. So it's kind of problematic. Why does diversity and representation matter to me in gaming? Like in all hobbies, we gravitate towards spaces where we feel like we're welcome, or where we feel safe. We want to spend our time with people who enjoy these things just like us. And despite games often being labeled as single player, I really feel like whenever we play games, we want to talk to each other about the things we're experiencing and share our experiences with our friends. And if a game depicts certain groups or certain people as villainous or otherwise not normal, that can seriously hurt and affect young people's perceptions of others and themselves. Think children and young people learning from these sources, whether it be their teachers, their parents, their peers, or the media. If the media is telling them that, hey, these video game characters and these gay video game characters are villains, then that can really distort the perception of these young people's minds. Bardic Quest for Love is a game that I hold very near and dear to my heart. I've been working on it for the past 4 years now, and I've learned many things, and I think I can finally answer that question. Representation matters to me because I want people to feel like they're welcome, that it's okay for them to be here, and that they aren't the villains or bad people for being who they are. Video games are such a powerful storytelling tool that I truly believe that video games really are for everyone.
Hi, I'm Anna, and my pronouns are they, them. I'm a game developer, content creator, and a licensed animal nurse. I've worked on several LGBTQIA+ games, including First Bite and Arcade Spirits. I grew up playing video games, and while I cherish those memories, it wasn't until I played Horizon Zero Dawn that I truly felt represented by a character. Aloy, not only being a heroic femme character, had to deal with being bullied as a child and outcasted by her people. Her resilience and courage to never give up during those times truly touched my heart. Aloy's journey spoke to me so deeply that I cried. It was such a magical moment to me, and it filled me with such joy to feel seen in an industry that often overlooks the stories from marginalized people. I want everyone to get to experience that same feeling that I had and see themselves in the stories and the games that they play. This is just one of the many reasons why having representation in games is so important. Video games are for everyone, and everyone should be allowed to connect with those games on an emotional and personal level. As part of a team of like-minded game developers, having characters from different backgrounds, races, gender expression, and sexuality is second nature to us, because it reflects our own diverse team. And if our small indie team can help others see themselves in games, or can inspire other marginalized people to make games to tell their own stories, then that alone shows how important diversity and representation are. There are so many unique and different people out there in the world, and gaming should always reflect that, because, like my own story, it changed my entire experience with gaming for the better, and everyone deserves to feel that joy of belonging and validation through the games we play.
You gonna need any help with that power cell hookup?
Nah, I'm good. Gonna test the connection. How's yours look, baby?
Voltage adapter in place. Ready to rock.
Hit it.
While aboard Tacoma Station, please remember that all activity on this facility is monitored by AR recording.
It's been a year now since our crew has cycled onto the station. Personally, I'm happy for us.
Happy to be stuck up here with these people for another year.
Debris has...
Medium fire?
48 hours of breathable air.
So we've got no air supply, no way to call for help.
Minnie, I'm headed in.
Need to figure out how to do everything we can to set this mission up for success.
I can't do it. This is all crazy.
We know it's not safe working up here.
But VT could...
VT's not coming.
The clock is ticking.
Odin, I'm freaking out.
Close your eyes.
We are the co-founders of Fulbright, and we hope that you'll enjoy finding out how Tacoma was made.
I mean, isn't it strange? We've never felt the Earth's pulled together. One day.
One day.
Lost girl, I know I'm not a lost girl, but this is all new, and I don't know what to do.
A killer is on the loose.
Calliope! Please, come on.
Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you?
We are the chorus, the gods who remain, hidden in your modern world. I'm afraid you have to die.
This isn't justice! I can prove myself.
Everybody can feel the agony that's hidden there. Everybody can see the shallow grave we're digging here. Everybody, should we endure? Should we interfere? Everybody, should I be part of this or disappear? Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
You can make us sing, but the song will always be ours.
Wow, today's showcase has been absolutely fantastic. We've heard from so many studios, communities, and content creators who really value diversity in their communities. I want to give a huge shout out to IGN and thank them so much for allowing us to have this place in the showcase today. And I also want to thank all of the studios and participants who have made Stream for a Cause what it is. Truly, we would not be here without you. On behalf of everybody at SFAC, I just want to give a big thank you to everybody who stayed with us for this hour, to the volunteers who support our work, and to the organizations that allow us to be part of their families and support the work that they're doing around the world. Lastly, we have one other video for you, and that's our friends over at Mighty Yell. I think that they have something that's really important for us to hear, and I can't wait for you to hear it. Thanks so much.
All right, Stream for a Cause. My name's Dave Proctor. I'm the director at Mighty Yell. And I'm getting pretty sweaty out here. So let's answer your question. Why does diversity and representation in games matter to your team? And honestly, it's because people matter. Games are a small part of life. And if you spend all your time on the internet, you're not going to know that. But the part that matters is the rest of it. The part that matters is the people that are out there when the games stop. And there's so many people out there. And they are amazing. They are queer, and they are trans, and they are disabled. They are different genders, they are different ethnicities. They grew up differently than you. And I think hearing the stories of people that grew up differently than you, I think that's the most important thing that we can do on this planet. I used to say that, like, you know, diversity of team members and diversity of opinions makes a better game, and that is true. That is objectively true. And, you know, we try to prove that every time we have a design meeting, but it's not the most important part. I want to hear stories about people that didn't grow up like me. I want to hear stories about, you know, people that aren't white, straight-passing, handsome men from the suburbs. I want to hear stories told by people that didn't grow up like me, because I think that makes life richer. I think that makes life better. And again, games are great. They are a beautiful medium where you can do anything. You can do anything in a game. And you want to use that medium to just tell the same stories by the same people, about the same people? I don't want that. I don't think we should have that. I don't think we should strive for that. I think we can actually get to the meat of what it means to connect to somebody else through this medium. And though games are just a small part of life, they are a great part of life. And they can reflect the diverse and exceptional beauty of life, of the people that you get to meet. If you can't identify with a game because its protagonist doesn't look like you, I want you to ask yourself why. Because a good story is a good story. And a good game is made of a good story by different people. Thanks. Appreciate your time.
And now we'd love to give thanks to some fantastic content creators, people like Morg Mistress, Queen of Darkness, Funko Beard, not to be confused with Funko Bear. Hey, look, it's Blobberella, Ella, A. There's King Bay, fun fact, not actually a king or a bay. Marisol Lords, your favorite drag queen's favorite drag queen, and isn't she just adorable? Our board members include wonderful people like Marvel Les, long may she reign, and Alex, this is my 5th time doing this, take Erdenberger. We have our staff, Robbie and Ryan, as well, a big thanks to them. And of course, Out of This World Studios, giving us Out of This World support alongside all of these other fantastic sponsors. We wouldn't be able to do this without giving a big thanks to all of the indie showcasers that have helped us out in the month of June in the Queer Indie Game Showcase. And of course, happy gaming, everybody.